Most rowers will row between a 6 and a 7 because that mimics the 8 pressure in the water. So put all of these settings at 6 to 7. The other thing is the way you set your screen. Everybody should really set it up high like that. That's going to force you to look up. If you're looking down, you're going to eventually start dropping your hands, which means you're going to be dropping your body and not setting yourself up. And then foot adjustment. I can never quite figure out why anybody ever puts it at 1 or 2, but some people do. I'm pretty small and I set it at 3. So I think we have 20 people and 10 ergs. So find an erg and a partner and adjust. Most of the guys should have it down at 5 or beyond, and most girls 3 or 4.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, you want it to go across kind of the ball of your foot. So it shouldn't be up on the arch of your foot. Right about the ball of your foot.
Sure. Nice. Alright.
Oh, are you your recovery? The time when you're breathing is when you're heading up to the catch. And so your hands don't pause. They come in and out. So where are you going to go slow? When your legs are coming in. That's your recovery. If you're rushing, you're using too much abs and too much upper body. Yes. So 5 counts to the catch. That's the ratio you need to be thinking. There you go. And then 2 to the finish. That's it. No pausing. It should be fluid, continuous. And just thinking about the 1 o'clock and the 11 o'clock position where your body needs to be. You're already good. Good point. Just when you're rowing really slowly doesn't mean you're not rowing with power. Your legs should be doing 70–80% power, but you're slow coming back into the catch. You're jumping back with power. So try again, guys, and just go slow and thinking first hands. Where are my hands positioned? And then body, 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. You're not doing huge movements. And then slow it down even more. So don't pause at the catch. Hands away and slow coming back in. Because you don't want to rush up either. That sets you up for overreaching when you start going faster. So practice your slow slide in and it's a ratio of 2 to 5. 1, 2, and then slow. Yeah. So let your arms keep moving. Your rest is in this part here. So you want to come really slowly back up. But the power is there. You're also really flexible. So you don't need to be on that point. And then don't come through. Yeah. Like right there. And now you're like. Your legs are too high up. So see how your knees are totally in the way? Drop this all the way to the bottom of it. Start with that. Readjust your feet. Some drills that are hands only first. So let's get the first group back on. You are just going to use your arms. Your elbows want to come back behind your body. They don't chicken wing out. You want your wrists flat, and all you're going to do is pull with your hands. So elbows back behind your body, wrists flat, and a grip that you can hold on forever. Not a tight, tight grip. It's mostly your fingers holding that oar. You're coming straight back, just using your arms. Keep your legs straight. So you're sitting at the finish, and you're just using your arms. What that does, you're going to do that for about 20 strokes. What you're doing is thinking elbows straight back, not chicken winging out, and elbows flat. After you do 20 strokes like that, then you're going to add your back. Thinking 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
So is our back at the...
The next thing we're going to do is for the people, is actually to help you learn the ratio. So the ratio matters. When you are starting to do 1,000-meter rowing and you're rushing up to the slide, your body's going to lose its position. You won't keep your body at the 11 o'clock position, and your butt will sneak underneath you, and then you'll lose the efficiency of your legs. So this next drill, you're going to row, but you're going to pause at the finish with your arms out. So you pause after your arms come out. And I just want you guys to think, where am I? Am I at that position? Did my hands come straight out? Are they low? Are they high? And did I feel my legs power off, or did I use my back? So you're going to do like 20 strokes, pausing with your hands out at the finish. So that's at the end of the stroke. What?
Still be at the one.
Still be at the one when your hands come out.
Can you demonstrate that really quickly?
Sure.
Thank you.
So you're going to row, because this is going to help you start to come slowly up for your recovery. Okay, so you guys come over here. I want you to take 2 counts back, 5 going forward. So just find that rhythm first. So we've been talking about this a little bit. Slow it down even more going forward. When we start to pick the braid up, you will see people do funny things to get this wheel turning. And they'll have short little strides. But if you are rushing the catch, you're going to mess your whole body up. Put it up like down more the legs. So to rest, even at 35 strokes a minute, your rest is when your legs are coming up. That's when you're breathing. You should not be breathing on your stroke. It's on your recovery. Okay, a little bit slower once your legs come up there. Okay, so come over here and I want you guys to watch the clock. Now I'm going to torture you. But it'll be good. You get the power. So I want you to keep this at, do this at 18, or do you want to do it at 16?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't even know how to control that part.
That's your recovery. So just get into like a steady rhythm, going slow on your recovery, and go at about 50 strokes a minute right now. Or, I mean 50%. Don't overdo it yet. So he's at 150, mostly because he's super strong, but also because he's tall. Now, all I want you to think is adding power with your legs. Keep your rate slow. So you're going up to 70 for pressure. And slow coming in. This is where you're resting. Slow coming in and jump. So your power comes from that jump. Now go to 90% power.
90?
Yeah.
Is that? No, slow down.
Wait, which part of 90?
What's 90? And this is how you can tell where your power is coming. This is the number for strokes per minute. So you want to think about what's sustainable. My hands need to be flat. I'm getting my body away because I'm using the momentum, and then I breathe as my legs get towards the catch. And I'm just short. Eventually everybody should be able to outrow me as they think about their technique. Seriously, you should. Because the longer you are, the more power you get from your stroke. Okay, so what did I write for my next drill? How much more time do we have? Got like 10 minutes. All right, so I want everybody switch for the first group, and you're gonna do 10 strokes, just thinking at 50%. And there are a couple of you guys who keep wanting to go with your back first. Your heels need to be down before you swing your back. So I want power from the legs. This is now all you're thinking about is legs. But your body still needs to be engaged. You're not having a slack body when you do this. So you want to do this 10 strokes at 50% power, 10 at 70, and then 10 all out. But you're trying to think about a rested, engaged upper body. Don't pick your speed up. We'll do one more drill where we pick rate. You at your higher. Use the legs first. You're still using your back. Swing your legs first. rate because this is where people start to do all their bad techniques. So when you're rowing, like in warm-up, you should just be going very relaxed, coming up to the catch, and it should be fluid. If you're in a boat and you pause and jerk, the boat's gonna do this and you're gonna lose your momentum. So everything's moving consistently all the time. So when we think about upping our rate, the first thing we're gonna do, hands away faster. And then your jump is faster. And then the only reason you should shorten your slide is if you're sprinting at the beginning. So when we do a 2,000 meter race, we'll start at a 50 rate a minute. We'll shorten our slide. It's the only time you should have a short slide. And it would be like this. It's just to start. And then you're breathing on your recovery. Like that. So you'll see people do this. This is not going to help them. They're going to tire their body out. If you want to pick your rate up fast, you start with a half slide. You still have to get your legs doing it first. And I've seen a couple people do that, and it's not efficient. Get your legs in it first. Don't use your arms to get the wheel going. That's probably my last bit of advice.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Ross.